Hey, what's going on, folks? Mr. Mom. First off, let's say that you can have a really nice aquascape, people, with low light. Now, I mean, I'm talking under 3 watts a gallon, T8s, stock lighting. You can have a good aquascape. I've seen it done. I've personally done it. Hell, I sell a lot of plants in the store that are specifically for low light tanks. I think in my last video, I think I may have said something like, you can't grow nice plants under 3 watts a gallon or something asinine like that. Let me just say, and be like the 10th or 15th person to correct myself when I say that you can grow really nice plants and have a really nice scape with low light. You just got to be a little bit more creative because you are a little limited to the plants that you can grow. Some stuff you can't grow in low light. That's just the fact of it. And I've kind of gotten to the point where I personally get kind of bored with low light scapes. They are cool. I've seen a lot of them. Let me just throw that out there. But I like a little bit more variety of plants, so that's why I run the highlight. That's why most people who come to me that are like newbies that have never really run planted tanks before, I flat out tell them, if you really want to run a nice planted tank, get yourself decent lighting, period. But if you're one of those guys that you already know about highlighting and everything, you don't need to be told. You want to run low light, you can. I mean, I sell a bunch of plants in my store for low light tanks. So that's what we do, guys. With that being said, I mean, even if you're running low light tanks, it's important to keep your cycle consistent. It's important to have a cycle. I mean, I talk to a lot of different people, and a lot of you guys already know this. I mean, it's it's kind of redundant, I know. But I do talk to a lot of people who say, don't say, but they ask me, how long to keep their lights on. Should they turn them on, like 4 hours and then turn them off and then turn them back on? I've heard a lot of funny and strange stuff. So let me just say what I do. Like for this tank in particular, and it kind of is the same with all the tanks, but I just turn them on different times of the day. Like this tank in particular is in my bedroom. I like to view it at night. I like to get a good views of it at night when I'm hanging out. So it doesn't come on until later, but it still gets 8 hours of light. And because I'm running highlight, CO2 on this tank, basically what it does, it comes on 1 bulb for an hour and then 2 bulbs for 6 hours and then 1 bulb for the last hour again. Timed with the CO2, which will be another video, and that's pure consistent. That's every day, and it comes on about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So that way, when I come in here in the in the evening and want to lay down and relax and stare at the tank, I can do that. The light will still be on. It'll go off after I go to sleep. And that's how I roll with this tank. Kind of similar with this tank too, although this tank's on a much shorter light cycle because it's got violently high light on it. So I only run this light about 4 hours a day on this tank right here, and then it just gets kind of residual lighting from this tank. So just something to think about, guys. I know a lot of people make lighting videos. A lot of you guys already know all about lighting. You've already got it dialed in, and you're probably not watching anymore. But with that being the case, guys, you can grow really nice plants in low light conditions. Just pick your plants properly and make sure you get the right plants. Crypts, for one. This is a low light type plant. You can grow this stuff in lower light. I got to trim that leaf. Looks terrible. But I'm going to keep it short, guys. That's what I got for you today. Time your lights, 8 hours a day. Give them some time to rest. The plants need darkness too, just as much as they need light to grow. So that's what I got to say, guys. Tell me what you think, questions, comments, and check out the store. J Flesh Tanks, Mr. Mom Tanks. Peace.